Students, those who said good morning, I am also saying good morning. Online students, am I audible to you people? Okay, now let's start the discussion. In the last session, we already started with the concept of files, and we also completed how to write the data, how to read the data. We got it. If I go to that, this is the what we did last class, writing the data and then reading the data from the file. Okay, so let us write down one more example. Write down, students. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will accept any file name. Which will accept any file name. Which will accept any file name. Which will accept any file name and display its content. And display its content. And display its content. Display its content. What is the meaning of that, students? So we say enter a file name. Look at, students, enter a file name. So I'll say, for example, data or file write example 1.py, file write example 1.py. So the program should show the total code of this entire file, the total code of that entire file. It is like yesterday's class only, taking the file name and then reading that entire data from the file and showing on the console. That is the topic here. So let me go to the PyCharm and I'll start that. So here, let me close this part. Here, close this. So I will take it as 7 a.m. files. There I will take up this data. Lot of examples in the previous class. I'm taking new and file display content. File display content dot py. File display content dot py. Program for displaying the content of file. Come in. Program for displaying the content of the file. So first we need to do what? Accept the file name. First we need to do what, accept the file name. How do you get it? File name is equal to input of enter the file name. Enter the file name. To see it, to view its content. To view its content. To view its content. So I need to go for it. How do I do this now? This file I must open into which mode? I must open into which mode? Read mode. So how do I open it? With open file name, comma what? R mode. As what? FP. FP. So this file may be there, may not be there. So I will write it into where? Right. And I will write this case. And I'm writing which block I will write it? Except the block I will write it. What is the except block? File not found error. File import. File does not exist. File does not exist, students. Okay. So that exception part is over. Simple. So file name is pointed by what now? FP. How do you read this FP? File data is equal to FP dot what is the function name? Read. Now I will print the content. So simply I will print it. Content of the file. Content of file. So I'll print it. Print content of file. Content of file. There I will print it in middle of it. Print of which data? File data. So whatever the file you enter, that particular file will be shown. So here, let us go to the place and try to run. Any file name you enter. So enter the file name to display its content. So here, I will go for what hyd.info. See students, the file name which is available small letter here. Don't think that we are entering capital letter and it is going to be different. So as far as the operating system is concerned, either small case or lower case, it is going to be same. So it is going to be taken as what? Its content is displayed. Now I want to go for one more content I want to take it. For example, I want to take a file open example2.py I want to enter. So let us run again file open example2.py. So I'm getting the file open example2.py. Let us go to one big program. I will take it. Go to the Python program, 7 a.m. folder. So here somewhere else there is a loops. There is a loops here, and somewhere else there is a student marks report. Student marks report example.py. It's a big program. So that you take it, try to run it. So here I am writing complete path. You need to mention students. You need to mention what? A complete path. So I wrote it complete path. I am saying student. What is that file name? Marks report. Marks report. Example dot py. Complete code is showing. Very, very important. Content of the file. Complete file is showing to show. Are you following me? Yes. Now I will go for one more thing. I will go for that. One Java file I want to show you. So in my system, any Java file is there, I will look into that. So backup. So here somewhere else D colon. It's backup. Here again, we are backup. Somewhere else. So there is a Java. Under that ABST program 7.py. So ABST PROC 7.py. So I'm going to write it ABST PROC 7.py, 7.java. So it is going to show the Java program also here. Complete Java program is showing now. Complete Java program is showing now. I hope you are understanding the meaning of what. Whichever file you like it, you can go for it. Even you can enter the file also. What I want to do, for example, go to that 7 a.m. files, notes, that index of files. I want to get it. Index of files dot. So enter this path. I'll write it. Index of files. Index of files dot txt. Txt. It is going to show the complete text file. That is our index. Complete text file it is going to be shown. So first content, second content, all the content are coming. Even MS Word document is there. That also will be shown. Total information will be shown. Very much useful thing. Will we move to the further now? Online students, are you following students? Is it clear? Write down one more example. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will copy, which will copy, which will copy the content of one file into, which will copy the content of one file into, which will copy the content of one file into another file. Important. Which will copy the content of one file into another file. Which will copy the content of one file into another file. So what is the program here? Program for copying the content of one file into another file. How do you do this now? How do you copy the content of one file into another file? How many files are required? This is one file where it is content is there. This is called a source file, SRC file, where it contains the data. And one more file is there called what, destination file, destination file, source file. And next is called what, destination file. And a source file is going to copy its content. Source file is going to copy its content to where? Destination file. So this source file must be opened in which mode? Hmm. So how do you copy in the exam? How do you copy in the exam? Two answer sheets are required. Answer sheet 1, answer sheet 2. So somebody else is copying your answer. So he will open your answer sheet in which mode? Read mode. And he will open his answer sheet in which mode? Write mode. So what is the process going on? Reading, writing, reading, writing, reading, writing until total data over or not. So how many files I have to open? Two files. What is the file name one? Which file? Source file. Must be opened in, yes, must be opened in read mode. Next, the file number 2, DST file, DST file, destination file, must be opened in, yes, must be opened in write mode. Good. And I need to go for what? Read the data from, read the data from where? Source file, source file. Uh, write that data, write that data to destination file. Okay. Destination file. That's all. That finishes the copy process, right or not? That finishes the copy task. So I'm going to move to the further. So students, I will move to the further file copy. Shall say here file copy example one dot py. So tell me, how do you do this now? Then program for program for copying the content of copying the content of source copying the content of one file into another file. So another file, another file. This another file is nothing but destination file. This is destination file, and the source file is nothing but one file. I'm going to write it as source file. This is for your understanding purpose. Tell me, students, SRC file is equal to mm, input of input of enter source file. Enter source file. Okay. Next, that source file I must open into which mode? Don't immediately accept destination file, students. Why? Because if source file is not there, accepting of destination file is waste of time or not. So destination file. Don't accept the destination file immediately. First, you open the source file in which mode? Read mode. With the open SRC file, comma what? Or as what? Read RP. Read read pointer. Read pointer. Once this file is there, I will write moreover one try and accept block also. Writing one try and accept block also. This accept block. As usual, I will be taking it. So here I'm taking this part, right. So once this is done with open, if it is there, it will come to which line? If this file is there, it will come to line number 6. In sixth part, what should I do? In sixth line, what should I do? I need to accept which file? Destination file I need to accept. Destination file I will accept. After when I am accepting destination file, when source file successfully opened in read mode. Destination file must be opened in which mode? So again I will write with open. See, with open, again one more with open. What is the file name? Destination file, comma what? A. A. Because I want to write multiple files content over there. Okay, now? What is that now? Opened source file in read mode, opened destination file in write mode. That is append mode. I opened it. What do you do? Read the data from which file? source file. How do you read? src file data. src file data is equal to, come on, rp dot read. Who is pointing to source file? rp. rp dot read will read the complete data or not? That data. Right. Which data? Right. src file data. src file data to which file? Destination file. Destination file. How to write it? Who is pointing to destination file? WP. WP dot what is the function name? Write of which file data? src file data. src file data. src file data. That's all. Read the data from source file. Write the data to the destination file. Print off what is this? Source file. Come on. Source file content. Source file content copied into where? Destination file. Destination file. So destination file. Okay. So done. Finished. So this is completed. This is reading the data from source file, writing the data to the destination file. Try to run, students, here. So here also destination file. Be careful. Enter here. Enter the source file. hyd.info. Source file is there. That's what is asking destination file. What I'm going to write it? Sample.data. Sample.data. Some name, some file name you take it. Some file name. This is a destination file. So hyd.info is opened in which mode? hyd.info is opened in which mode? Read mode. Okay. If it is there, it is accepting the destination file. That file I am opening into where? A mode, append mode. Why? Because for not only one value to be entered, multiple values I want to transfer. Read the data from source file, which is having some data about the description of Hyderabad. That I am writing the same data to what? Destination file with respect to FP. So you are going to get the message. So what are the message is coming? Source file content copied into where? Destination file. So we'll check it out. So what is created? Sample.data available or not? Click on that, students. See, students, is it sample.data file? Which is containing the data like this. Which is containing the data like this. hyd.info is there. You see hyd.info is containing the same data again. Right or not? Two files are adjacent to each other. Two files are adjacent to each other. Okay. Try to run one more time. Now you go for copying one content of the file. What is the content of the file I am interested? So copy the index. So I'm writing here. I'm writing index of files. Index of files. Dot what? txt. Destination file. Sample dot what? Data. It is also copied. It is also copied. See that sample dot data. This is already containing some data here about our Hyderabad. And next is called what? File index also copied or not? This also copied. This is also copied. From where it is copied, mom? Sample.data contains the previous file plus also contains this data also. I hope you are following. Right. Let us go to that. One Java program you copy. One Java program you copy. So let us go to the Java program copy. So take it, that entire file which I said to you. There I will go to. So I will go to this place. Here I will take up. There is a Java program. Some content you take it. So I'm writing here called what? ABSTPROG is 7. Copy this entire absolute path. Students, careful. ABSTPROG 7.7 dot Java. 7 dot Java. For example, if you said dot .py, which was not there, which was not there. What is coming? File does not exist. File does not exist. You run it again. You say, I'm writing ABST PROZ 7.java. It is there. Then only destination file is asking. Sample.data. It is perfectly copied. Copied. That content is copied. Say sample.data. Open it. Already some Row some data is available, copied from Hyderabad file, copied one text file, and next is called what? Here after finishing that, Java program is also copied. Java program is also copied. Most powerful program this is. Are you following me? Simple. So it is just copied. Like that, you can enter any sort of data. One Python program also you go for it. What is my things? File display. Same program I will go for it. File copy example1.py. File copy example1.py. Sample.data. Python program also copied. Python program also copied. Go to the sample.data. It is after the Java program. It is our beginning data because I'm going for appending or not. So for text file students, so Java program now, and the last you see what is happening. Copying the content of one file into another file. Python program itself is copied. Understood? Online students. So I hope it is more clear for you people. So this is very, very important. So here file copy. Students, if you look at this entire thing, we are copying and displaying everything is done. These are all called what? The content of one file dealt with that read function, write function, reading and then writing function. Right? One more. Write down. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will copy an image. 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 Do you know image copying? Hmm. Do you know images? Images. Image files are called what files? Come on. Binary files. How many types of files? Number one, text file. One more is binary file. Already said to students, you must be careful enough. So concept is already there. Binary files are indicated by a letter called what? P. Binary files are indicated by a letter called P. Text files are denoted by a letter called T by default. So today I'm going to copy the binary file. So let us go to the binary file copy. Very, very important. Here you have written R now. You can write happily. RT, you can write it. RT. RT. What does the T stands for? Text file. Copy one more time. Copy one more time. RT you have written now. Some data you take it. Student one dot data you will copy. So let us run this now. Let us run this now. So I'll say student one dot what is that data. So I'm writing sample dot data. It is also copied. See, that is a text file. By default, it is a text file. Go to the sample dot data. Already there is some content is present. Already there is some content. Index of the files. Java program. Next is called what here again? Python program. And also containing what? Another file data called what? Some more data is copied. So this indicates what? RT stands for what? RT stands for what? Run, open the read mode. And what is this T stands for? Text file. Even previously also I can write what? RT I can write it. That's if I don't write a T means it is by default taken as which file? Text file. So today we are going for which concept? Binary file copy. That's the image copying I want to do it. So let us move to the image copy. Simple, same to same. I'll go to, so what is this? Image copy. Image copy example.py. Image copy example.py. So here, program for copying an image. Program for copying an image. Image. So in the bracket, what is that? Binary file. Binary file. Start. First of all, you need to have an image or not. Same. Whatever the file task you have written, same task will be there also. I'm not going to change anything. Just to see what I'm going to do it, I'll copy. I'll copy. Here I'll write one small thing called what you know. Source file does not exist. I'll copy the same code. I'll copy the same code. Here I'm writing like this. So this part I'm going to remove, and I need to take one image file. I will take it. One image file I'm going to take it. That image file I will write it, student. I'll write the name of that. Compulsory you need to write what? B. You need to write a compulsory B. What that B stands for? Binary file. That file must be compulsory supposed to write. So take some image, student. Take some image. So in your system, when you are practicing, take your own image. You have movie also. Movies are there in your laptop? Hmm? Are there? Not there. You said like that. You have movies, right? Hmm? There are not there. There. That movie name you take it with a complete path. No problem. Watching movie in your laptop, nothing wrong. But don't go to theater and watch it. Don't go to theater and watch it. Watching movie in your laptop in your relaxation time, no problem. But don't spend money on watching movie. Okay. So listen songs. Prior to that, read notes first. When you feel that you are perfect in a subject, you do other aspects. So without reading, watching movie, reading everything, doing everything other than studies, no problem. There is no use of it. So here I'm going to write the image. So I will take one image. I'll take one image. I'll go to Google. So I will take my image from the Google and I will go for KVR images. I will take it. So I will take these images which are available here. So images here. There are so many images are there. I will take my image. I'll open into new tab. I'll open into new tab. I will download it. I will download it, students. Open, copy the image. I'll copy the image or save the image. Save the image. I'll go for it is available wherever you like it. You can save it. Where I'm going to save it, for example, 7 a.m. 7 a.m. files. 7 a.m. files. In the 7 a.m. files, I will go for keeping in the notes. So I'm going to give it as what? KVR.png. PNG. PNG. I'm taking it as a PNG. Are you able to follow? JPG also you can take it. So I'm taking save. So it is downloaded, student. So here, online students, if anybody did not see me, you have seen me today. So go to the place. It is downloaded, student. It is downloaded. You come to this 7 a.m. files. You come to this place under the notes. This is the image I just downloaded. You open it. This is the image you have. Open it into this place and paint. This is the image what you have. Okay. Now that image I will copy. What is the path of that? You take the complete path of that. Go to this place in our place. Here I am writing. You take this now. So I will write it. I'm writing KVR dot what PNG I am writing. KVR dot PNG I am writing double slashes. So I'm writing double slashes. Here also double slashes. Here also double slashes I am writing. So that RP destination file I will also open it. It is not necessary to write destination file. I will take one more type of file. DEST file I will take it. Here I will write it as what? Something like Python faculty, Python faculty dot PNG I will take it. PNG I will take it. And I will open into which mode? WB I am opening or AP I will take it. WB. Because both of them are what? Binary only. So I am writing compulsory RP and WB. If I don't write B, you will get what? Error. Error will come. So type error will be coming. Type error is coming. Okay. WB. And same. Read the pixel data from the source file. Read and write the data to the destination file. Same. So I'm writing here image file content, image file copied. Image file copied into where? destination file. So let us, everything same, only in two places I changed it, RB and WB. So doubt, ma? Doubt? Doubt is there? You ask me. Doubt is there? No. So look at that. So I'll go for running this. Only special thing is what? WB and RB. Everything is same. So here Python faculty is one of the new file which is creating now. So KLMNOP. So after K, this P will be coming. This file newly created. Try to run this now. So you are getting image file copied into destination file. So it was copied. Where is that file copied? Here. It was copied. You try to double click on this. You try to double click on this. This is a file created. And this was a file already which was present here. This was a file already containing. This was the file which is already there. So go to this place. This was a file which is already there. And this is a file which is already there with you. These are the files which are available here. There are two different files are available. These are the things which are available now. Are you able to follow? Right. Image file copy is easy or difficult? Come on, easy. So what I did, I opened the file, source file image into this, destination file into this, which is going to be simple. It's not only simple image, you can take complete movie, you can copy into what? Another place you can copy. Okay, now? After going to that, copy your movie into another movie. With an extension you need to give, with an extension. How do you find the extension? Sometimes, for example, it is there. KVR doesn't contain an index. What is that? Extension is not there. Go to that. Say what? Right click. Say more options. Properties. You go. Properties. When you go to the properties, you will be getting what? Dot PNG is there. Like that, you can find the extension. If you don't give extension, you will get a problem. What? Fan వేసుకోండి, no problem. మీరు బాగా చదువుకోవాలి కానీ ఫ్యాన్ తో ఏమైంది? You read well. So keep the fan, no problem. Read well. So now I will go to the point of it. Now I'm going to use it. Suppose if I don't use it, if I don't use it, if I don't use it, this extension, if I don't use this extension, you'll be getting as what? What is happening? Source file does not exist, you will get it. Source file does not exist, you will get it. Are you following me? Right. So here I am going to enter into this WB here, WB here. Are you able to understand? You can take AB also, no problem. You can take AB also, no problem. So that part you need to take it. Even in data science level also, you are going to get it. Image processing, one topic itself will be there. What is that called? Image processing. What is the image processing? Exactly when you take your pic and how that will be, the pic is going to be edited. So many background effects will be there or not. That background effects is known as what here? Image processing, right? By using OpenCV module, you are going to do a lot more operations in image processing of in data science level. Understand? Fine. So this is about image copy. Shall we go for next? Write down one more example. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Vanasa Ranjan Patra. Already modes I said, AB mode I said, all the things I said. Read the Python notes well. Already I said here, Python content, Python copy things I said. What happens when I say A? What happens I say W? I already said very clearly in the notes. You must read the notes. And I already said even in today also. You must follow the notes carefully, right? Without reading the notes, if you ask like that, no use at all. Write a Python program which will Ranjan Patra, are you okay? So write a Python program which will find, which will find, which will find number of lines, number of lines number of words, number of lines, number of words, and the number of characters of any file, number of lines, number of words, and a number of characters of any file. That's called one type of determination of the code. One type of determination here. So let us go to the point back. Here I'm going to enter. What is this now? File count information. File count information dot example dot py. File count information example one dot py. Program for program for finding program for finding number of lines, comma, words, and what characters from any file, from any file, from any file. So I want to go for that. So how do you do that? If I take it, go to the example, student.data, here no data is present. No data is present. For example, I'm writing Python is an OOP. Is next line I'll write an OOP. I wrote it. How many lines are there? Two lines are there. How many words are there? Four words are there. How many characters are there? You can count. You can count all of them, including spaces also. But a small example I want to take. Later I'll apply for the bigger one. So this is the information about the simple lines that I want to go for it. How do you write the code for that? Now I'm writing. Now what should I do? You take enter any file name. So take it as what now? File name is equal to input of enter any file name. Enter any file name to find that entire thing, enter any file name to find lines and then words and characters. Open that file name in which mode? With open, I must say what now? File name, comma what? I need to say R. Is it mandatory to write R there? Is it mandatory to write R here? No, it is default, I can say. I don't write R. I don't write even RT also. R is default. Text file is also default. As what, FP. FP. So if that file name is not there, you will write what, right? And you will say here, the point is except file not found error. Print of what? File does not exist. File does not exist. This is one thing. Now I'm writing with open file name as FP, where I need to read the data. See students, to easy finding, I will go for better. I will read the data from any file in the form of read lines today. Read lines if I write it, read lines. Read lines returns what data? File data. File data is which type? List type. So it is easy for me to find the number of lines. Why? If I go for it, print of what data? File data. For example, I'm writing. Try to run this now. I'm writing here. What is my file? Stud.data. Stud.data, for example. What is coming? Come on. Python is one value. Is an another value. How many values are there in that? Two values are there. So it is easy for me to find out. Here I will write it. Print of what? Number of lines. Number of lines. Number of lines is equal to, I will write it. LN of what? File data. File data. Just a minute, you see. Number of lines. Enter this now. Stud.data. So I got it. Number of lines is equal to what? Two. Two. Two lines I am going to write it. Suppose go to student.data. You just take it into one line only. Go to the place, try to run it. What I'm doing now, stud.data, stud.data. So I got it one line only, number of lines. Are you able to get it? So number of line may be one or maybe more than one. Suppose if I go to std1, std1 dot data does not contain any file, does not contain any data over there. std1 dot data does not contain any file. Try to run that. Come on, std1 dot what? Data. No lines. Number of lines is equal to what? 0. No data present over there. Now you try to run this same program, what you are counting it. You say this number of files. How many lines are there? 11 lines are there. 11 lines are there. 11 lines of things are available. So this process I wrote it, but I wrote it directly len function I used it. Without writing len also I can use it. One more way I will print it. File data I'm printing. Be careful, students. Stud.data I will write it. Simple example. Here, stud.data. Of course, it is having stud.data. Next line I will press like that. Go to the place. Here I'm going to have it. Stud.data. So I got it what? Two values are there. I will write one for loop. For loop I will write it. Are you following me? How do you write the for loop there? Hmm, Come on. For Come on, line in file data. Because it is a list, I'm getting this line. You want to print a line? You can print it. You can print it. So here I will say stud.data. You are getting that Python space because of backslash n and OOP is coming. And OOP is coming. You want to eliminate that space? You can write like this. You can say here stud.data. So you got it. Python is an OOP. How many lines? When first one is coming, when first line is coming, here I will take one logic student. What is the logic I am taking? Number of lines is equal to 0. I am taking. NL is equal to NL plus 1 I am writing. Are you following me? So there I am writing else part. Here I am writing some information here. What is the information I am writing? Printer. Number of lines is equal to dot format of what? NL. NL I wrote it. Dot format of NL I wrote it. So here you are writing. Try to run this now. Try to run this now. Coming to this place. Here I am trying to say. Observe student stud dot data. I am writing it. What is the number of lines? 2. I am not applying any len function here. I think you are following. Like that. I want to print what? Number of words is equal to 0. I will write it. Here I will write the statement for what? Number of words I want to write it. Tell me, how do you write it? Number of words. Online students, come on. Number of words is equal to number of words plus. So you are getting stuck up there. What the answer is coming? This one. This is the first line is coming or not? In this line, how many words are there? Come on. 2 words. So Dikshavi, for word in line, you are saying no, mom. So coming to the point of it, this is going to be, go to the Python because I already said, but you are not getting strike off. You have to get that. Come on. Excellent. Split that sentence. Split that sentence. This is the S. You need to split. Yes or dot what? Split off. Split off. When I split it, 2 words are coming. What I do is len of what? Yes or dot split. 2 things are coming for that particular line. For that particular line. I hope you are following. Let us go to that. Here I will write it. Here I will write it. NW is equal to len of what I am writing. Line dot what? Split off. Line dot split off. Any of the one line is coming. That line I am splitting. That splitting line I am going to take it what? Length of that list of elements. For that line, it is going to be taken. NW is called what? First 0. 0 plus what is the line is coming? Python is. So how many words? 2 words. 0 plus 2. It is 2 is there. It will go to the for loop again. What is the for loop? Next statement is coming. An OOP is coming. An OOP is called what? NL plus 1 is called 1. 1 plus 1 is 2 now. NW was already 2. LEN of what? An OOP is a split. It is again 2 more things. Earlier 2 plus 2. Now it is going to be called what? 4. And for loop is becoming false. Comes out and I want to print it. What is this now? Number of words. Number of words is equal to LEN of what? NW. NW I am going to say. So run this now. STUD dot data. STUD dot data. Number of words is equal to 4. I think you are following me. Next, I want to go for number of characters. I want to go for it. What are the characters here? Here, how many? 6. 6. 1 space 7. 7 plus 2, 9. 1 backslash n. Come on. How many? 10. And 12. 1 space 13. 13 plus 3. 16. Number of words I want to go for it. How do I get the number of letters? LN of S in that particular line, 9. LN of S in that line, that's all. I will go for what? Number of NC is equal to what? 0. Everything I want to go for. NC is equal to NC plus LN of what I am writing. Line. Number of cars. Print of what? Number of cars. Number of cars is equal to what? NC. NC. Of course. Dot format of what NC. Dot format of NC. So try to run it. STUD data. STUD data. How many are coming? 16. Are you following me? So backslash n also counted or not? Backslash n also counted. If you want to feel that, just one simple thing like that. Python and an like that, if you take it. Python 6 letters and an is 6 letters. Try to run it. Try to run it. So here I'm going to write it STUD dot data. Here what is happening? 6 plus 2 is called 8. 1 backslash n is called 9. So lines 2, words 2, characters are how many? 9. Like that, you can pass any big data. This program I'm going to take up. So this program itself, counting program will count its own information. I'm going to enter like that. Am I getting number of lines are called how many? 21 lines. And the words 50, 660, something like this it is coming. I think you are following me. You go for anything. HYD.info, this I want to measure it. HYD.info, I want to measure it. How do you do that? Go to the place. Here I write it. HYD.info. HYD.info. We got it. Completely getting. Now I want to go for what? STUD1 dot data. No data present over there. So no data present over there. Number of lines, number of words. That is nothing but which file? Empty file. Empty file it is. So this is called one example of what? File name and enter how what file name and whose information is coming. These are the very, very important things in the files. And these are the asked in the even in written test when files concept coming into picture. Understood this? Online students? I hope it is more clear. Now I want to go for one more concept here. There is one more thing called index you go. These examples we did up to here. Now I'm entering into what next? Random access files concept I'm going to introduce. What is this now? Random access file. Now I'm going to discuss. So it's very simple. Here I'm going to write it. Even I need not write any notes for that. You just remember it. Random access files. What do you mean by random access file? Can anybody can answer it? Accessing the data of the file in any location. Accessing the data of the any file in any location. For example, hyd.info. This is my data. I want to access this one. Father of Python, I want access. I want to access various. The word various I want to access. I want to access the word called a numpy. I want to access the word called a matplotlib. I want to access the word called Python. I want to access the word called a lang. Whichever word I would like to access, that I want to access without going for sequence reading. That is known as which file? Random access file. Are you able to follow? Right. A book is containing 1 to 100 pages. You can go to any page, 25 page, 75 page, 190 page, any page which is containing the number of 1000 books pages are there. Any one of the page I can open it, correct or not? So how do you go for this random access file? With an example, I will tell you. So students, follow me carefully. Random access file. So this program is demonstrating random access file. So here, random access file, not py. Random access file dot py. Program for demonstrating. Program for demonstrating accessing the data from accessing the data from any accessing the data from file randomly. So there we are using two file students. Number one is called a tell function. Number two function is called second function is called seek function. Seek. Two functions are available. One is called a tell function. One more is called seek function. Random access file. Now I am going to take up. What this random access file is going to take up? See students, any file if I take it, example, this part, hyd.info, if I take this kind of information from the file, the moment when I open my file in read mode, automatically do you know what is happening? That will be opened in read mode. That will be opened in read mode. Shall post it over here. That data, that data is by default keeping into where that data by default keeping into where in the file like this, and internally each letter in the file is identified by what? Index. It is pointed by what here? Fp. Where is the Fp is pointing? That is the biggest question mark for you from the last 2 days onwards. The Fp is pointing to what? 0th part of your record or data. So the G is indicated by 0th index and U is indicated with a 1. Like that GUID, every character, every space, every value of the file is indicated with what? Index. That index you need to locate, generally which is a complicated to the programmer. So locating the data of any file based on index is complicated. That's why files are little complicated in any language. Why? Suppose I want to access this line called what? Third party to access. So third party, if you want to access only, you need to know the index of T or not. So is it that much easy to find the index as quickly as possible? It's very difficult. So finding the index of the file is definitely difficult. For that, what we will do? We go for what? Database concepts are available. So database never worry about the indexes like files. Are you following me? So first I will show you how to open this file and I will start reading it. So there I am I'm opening the file name. Open the file name now. So this file name is opened here. So I'm going to take up file name. So open with open. The file name is called what here? I'm choosing one file name hyd.info and I'm taking here called RT or RT. It's a default one only. Now I'm going to take up. Which data is going to come? Where is my FP is pointing? There is a question mark. So far I'm saying what? This is RT HYD dot what? Info, which is pointing to your data. Where is my FP is pointing? FP is pointing to the 0th index of your file. FP is always pointing to the beginning of the file to the 0th index when I open into where? RP. So tell me now, how do you know that it is pointing to 0th index, sir? There is one thing I am writing initial index of, or now I will say Initially, initially, FP points to FP. I'm printing file pointer points to Now I'm writing dot format of or just like this. I'm writing FP dot. There is a function name called what? L. L function, seek function, both of them are present into file pointer only. Now try to run this code once. Try to run this code once and it is going to print what? 0. Zeroth index it is pointing. Zeroth index who is having the letter G. Like that GUIDO, Van Rossum. If you want to read any one of the data, first you must locate what? Indices. Now it is okay. 0 is printed. Very nice. 0 is printed. From that I want to read only Guido. Guido I want to read. Guido. GUIDO I want to read. 0th character, first character, second character, third character, fourth character. 0 to 4 means how many? 5. I want to read only 5 characters. For that, there is a function name called fp.read of 5. fp.read of 5. From 0th place, I am asking to fp read how many? 5. What is that is printing now? File data I will print. File data I will print. Are you following me? File data I'm printing. What it will read? From 0 to what? 5. 0 to 5 means how many? 0 to 4. Guido is going to print. So Guido is just printed. When Guido is read, where is my file pointer pointing now? That is a question mark. Where is it is pointing now? Now I will write it. Now FP points to, go to that now, file Guido. So Guido, this is called a 0. This is called a 1, 2, 3, 4. 0 to 4. That 5 characters read. Now the space is there. Now the space is there or not? That space I want to get it. That space I want to get it. That space value I want to get it here. Space. That space is pointed by what? FP. So FP is pointing to what? Space. Now I'm going to enter into the space. Now FP points to this place. What is the space value? What is the space value? Y. It is pointing to the space. So here, if you look at pointing to the space. So once you read, the FP will go to that location only. That location only. Now I want to read what? Again, you see the file. I want to read space value. Van I want to read van. Only van. Plus that space also want to read. Space is called 5. Van. VAN. Again space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to read again 5. So I will go to where now? Go to my program. Again, I will read my file data. Again, I will read my file data. Where it is pointing? Where it is pointing next? Come on. Already there is a concept. What is this now? Before there is a space. After that, anyhow, some space is available. I read 5 characters. FP points to that. From there, I read 5 characters. So where is my FP is pointing? That is the point here. Now FP points to. Now I will write now FP points to. Here I am writing. Where is the FP points to? Come on. 10. 10. Are you following me? What is there in 10? What is there in 10? Come on, row sum. Row sum. Row sum is going to be available at the 10. Row sum. So row sum is containing how many letters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From there I will read how many? 6 I will read it. 6 letters I will read it. From which location? 10th. If it is that, what is happening? It points to where? Come on. 16. So now I will write it as it is here. Now I'll write it as it is. This points I will write it. So it is going to print 6. I will write it. 6 I will write it. See that now. It is going to print what? Row sum. So now I will go to what? Now FP points to. Where is my FP is pointing to? So it is going to be pointing like this. So you are going to get, students, this type of thing is known as what, whichever data you want, carefully you can count it and you can go for it. You can go on counting it and you can access whatever you like it. I hope you are following me. So where row sum is completed, the rest of the data you want to read it. Rest of the data you want to read. How do you read the rest of the data now? File data, file data. What is that now? FP dot read you are saying. Read is called what? No number of characters I'm saying. It is reading the complete data. Now you print what? File data. File data I'm going to print it. Rest of the data will be printed, students. Be careful. There I'm writing. Now FP points to. Now FP points to where? It shows the last location it is going to show. I think you are understanding. Rest of the data printed. Where is my last data? 171. Now only we come to know that it is a 171. Are you following me? Now I want to point to my FP. Where is my FP is pointing to? 171. 171 is the last position or not? From last position, I want to point to what? Row sum I want to point. Row sum. To row sum exactly I want to point. What is the index of our row sum? Come on. 10. If you are sure about it, it is going to be 10. 10 it is pointing. To reset, to reset, to reset, to reset the file pointer object. To reset the file pointer object, we use function name called as seekoff. Self function will give you the index pointed by file pointer. Now I will use fp dot seek of 10. 10, 10, 10. What is the 10? What is the 10 index? Index, which is pointed by what? FP. Now read. How many letters I want to read? This letters I want to read. It is pointing to that. Read the 6 letters, sir. See that now? What is happening? Row sum printed or not? That means it is pointing from rows 171 to reset or not? You want to print the reset location also? I will print it. Now FP points to. Now FP points to. After resetting, I'm printing. After resetting, I'm printing. After resetting, where it is pointing? Now row sum is printed. You can reset wherever you like it. You want to reset once again to initial position? You can. You can make it as what? 0. Reset the pointer object. We will use it. Now read the complete data once again. Now if you follow me, read the complete data again here. So we got it. So here we reset complete data, you read it. So here I am writing what is the complete resetting to what? 0. What is the last it is pointing to? That also I want to print it. You want to print once again? You can. Last one you can write it. L. So it is going to print the last is called what 171. 0 to what? 171. This is my complete data. Are you getting? So finding index of a particular word is very complicated. Similarly, when you go to the real time, files are complicated to process. Why? Because suppose if my records are 100, name of the record is Rosam and is an SC and whose salary is called 4.5. 4.5. Now I am going to write it 200. Next is called a Travis. He is called an author or a project manager. His is called what 67.89. It is called a 300 here. It is called a Richie. I am writing here Richie. Now he is an author. He is an author. And to say something like 7.8. Like this, when I am having the records, I want to access this Travis. I have to count what? Each and every letter of it, I have to count it. Are you following me? So that is complicated in processing. But when I go to the databases, which is very easy to process. So you remember that what is the first drawback of files? when my file is containing 1 lakh record or thousands of record, locating the 998 record name I want, which is definitely complicated. For that, we are having to go for what database softwares are available. I think you are following me. So coming to the point of it. So Laksha. So definitely files, when I'm going to take it positive indexing, definitely what will be there? Negative indexing will be there, but the read function will not read negative characters. Indexing will be there for str data, but read function need to take what? Read function will take what value? Positive value you need to mention, because read off is not an index concept. Read off will take only positive value. Positive value is called what? Number of characters. It is not index. Okay, Laksha. So I hope you are understanding this. Is it clear? So tell function will tell what? Gives hmm, present present index of present present index of what? File pointer. Gives present index of file pointer where it points. Where it points. And what the seek function will do? Makes the file pointer to reset to reset to reset to the makes the file pointer to reset at specified index of existing file. So I hope you are understanding, right? Suppose it reaches to the end now, 171 is printing here, right? 171 printed or not? In our case, it is called 171. Do you have any data after 171? No. Suppose if you try to print file data after that, nothing is going to come. File data. You try to print after that, it is nothing is there. It is nothing is there. So I'm going to write it. Here I'm going to write it. You try to print it, nothing is going to print. File data, nothing. Nothing is available, students. If you want to find out LEN off, file data, you try to see, it is going to take up. Nothing is going to be available, zero. When it is zero, I can write a beautiful condition also here. What is the condition? If, what is the condition? If LEN of data is equal to what? Zero. What I can say? File pointer reaches to, file pointer reaches to, reaches to end of the file, end of the file, end of the file. Okay, this is the one. Simply you try to see. End of the file, file pointer reaches to end of the file. Nothing is available over there. Are you following me? This is something like how we are going to take up. Suppose if you reset, what is that? FP dot seek of what? Some one letter 171 now. It is 165. I will write it. 165. 165 I am writing. That time I will print what data, file data. What is the file data printed? You just see 165. LEN of it, you make it seek at this place. File data. That time it is definitely not a equal to 0. That data, what it is reading, it is going to print. So here you see, what is the data? IB. IB means this one, IB. Are you following? IB space etc. Now it is printing because it is not reaches through. Now it is reaches to end of the file. I hope that completely I wrote this entire information. So that time it is printed like this, students. Try to see that file pointer reaches to the end of the file. So I'll keep this sentence also for you people to understand. Clear up? Online students, is it clear, students? Is it understandable? When you can go for negative indexing here, you can go for negative indexing. In which case, when you go for getting in the form of string type. So we can apply indexing slicing concept. How, in which case you can go for it? Look at, I'll go to this. Now I'm going to write it. Index slice op on files dot py, indexing and slicing on displays. Here I can say the same concept you try to take up, you take the same concept you say take, or otherwise you take only one thing first. This point you take it, this point you take it. Here I am writing. There I am writing data is equal to fp dot what again? Read. So the total data is printed there. Data. Just try to look at. Complete data printed. And the complete data is of which type? STR type. STR type. You can say STR of what? Data. Yes. You try to run this. What is this now? Complete data. What is this now? Data printed. Which type it is? STR. Type I will write it. Type I will write it. STR it is printed. STR type. There I can write it. What is the last index? I can easily go for it. What is the last index? How do you get it? Of -1 I wrote it. -1. Print off. I just write like this. What is the value printed? What is the value printed? Etc. Etc. What is the etc last? CC. That is called. ETC I want to print ETC. -1, -2, -3. How do you print this now? Go to this place. Here I will write it. Next line I will write it. Print of what? Data of what? -3 colon. -3 colon. What is this -3 colon? Etc. Next I want to go for what? Print of what? Data. Data of what? 0 colon 5. 0 colon 5. 0 colon 5 is what? Guido. 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 Van Rossum. What is the Van Rossum? Here if we go, where is it? HYD info. This is called 5. Which is that? Oh, space is called what? 6. 6. What is that now? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I want 16. From where onwards? 7 onwards. To print which data? Van Rossum. Print of what here? Data of what? 6 colon 17. If it is the case. In bound, ETC is not Ovela. Yes, Sara. What is this E? ETC is not Ovela. Hmm. So AEIOU. So E is there. So that's why be careful when you are writing. So E is a vowel over there. Anyhow, you try to do this, students. Try to do that. I'll stop my class. And the next class tomorrow when I come back, I will talk about uh, this. I said some today also I continue with the read lines and write lines. Right? Tomorrow I'll go for what? Pickling and unpickling concept I will explain. Very, very important. So one should not miss the class tomorrow. Very important. It is called what? Advanced part of the read and write operations. We will take it. Don't miss the tomorrow class. Hmm? Lalinia, sir, no holiday tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Huh? Remove the cap. Why are you keeping the cap? Why are you keeping? Stand up. What is the dictionary? What is the dictionary? What is the dictionary? Outside when you go, keep the cap for fashion, different things. But inside the class, no fashion. What is our fashion in the class? Python. Python. Okay? Should have. What is that? Gandhi Jayanti. So he did not say Gandhi Jayanti. Gandhi did not say, come and watch me. Like that. You come to the class, read the notes. So when you come to the class and read well, it is the Gandhi also will feel that very happy. Without reading and